Incredible! Captain Ibrahim Traore made a new decision this morning. Very urgent, you absolutely needed to be aware of the information. The West will now sink because of this decision by the captain. Here is exactly what is happening. Observe this plane very carefully. Yes, it's the presidential plane of Burkina. From today, no French person is allowed to approach these planes. Yes, you understood very well. From today, no matter the expertise of the aeronautical mechanic, meaning the people who repair broken planes in Burkina. In this group, no French person is allowed to touch these planes. Not only the presidential plane, but also the planes of Burkina Faso. Listen to me carefully. This decision by Captain Ibrahim Traore has shocked all Westerners. And to finish with them, Captain Ibrahim Traore said this: "From now on, in schools, we will remove all chapters that bear the name of France, to insert chapters where children will instead learn the basics of engine manufacturing. We will no longer need the West to handle our planes, because that's how they managed to extinguish us." Subscribe if you are interested in political videos.
Several years ago, Burkina Faso is experiencing its darkest chapter in history. What is it about? This terrorism that is imposed on us, that brings us mourning, and that prevents us from living, is nothing but a violent manifestation of imperialism. These imperialists, in addition to plundering our states, in addition to polluting us, through the local values they have placed at the head of our states which they consider as their sub-prefecture. Today, reaching its peak by sending us a horde of criminals to kill men, women, and children. We assume this is the pinnacle of imperialism and neo-colonialism. The brave people of Burkina Faso will accompany them in their decline. A year ago, we were outraged, and we revolted against the way this war was being conducted. The people entrusted us with a mission. We have no doubt about our people, their bravery, their resilience. It is a people who never surrender, who do not give up, who face adversity. We have decided, with full awareness and conscience, to take the destiny of this nation into our hands and to wage the war, because the war could last if we did not lead it. A witness to this are the sleeper cells that suddenly awakened when we decided to initiate the fight. In recent days, you have been able to notice the intensity of the battle, which reassures us in our press that there was several sleeper cells that were supposed to sustain this war for decades and decades. By engaging in this battle, we called upon the sons and daughters of the nation. We had no doubt. The people responded. More than we estimated, and even more today, people are determined to commit to the battle. We thank these brave people for understanding this message. In addition to that, we wished for the people to finance their own war, which was understood. Today, people support and back the fighting forces as they can. Many things are being done, but we will still ask for...
Captain Traore just pulled the curtain, and France is not happy. In a bold speech, he exposed what many suspected. France wasn't in Burkina Faso to help, they were here to control. Gold contracts, military bases, intelligence, all rigged to keep the country dependent. Traore said enough is enough. He kicked out French troops, cut toxic ties, and told the youth, we don't need them to rise, we just need to be free. And now the world's watching, because when one African leader stands up, the rest start asking questions too. Is this the beginning of a real break from neo-colonialism, or will the empire fight back harder? Drop your thoughts. Should more African leaders call out the West like...
Emmanuel Macron recently said, "We need to strengthen our friendship with Captain Ibrahim Traore, president of Burkina Faso, as we convince him to allow our military bases in his country." Ibrahim Traore didn't hesitate to put him in his place. He responded, "But you're already friends with the USA, Britain, Brazil, and Canada. Do you have any military bases in those countries?" Macron had no answer. Burkina Faso, under Traore, has been taking a strong stance against Western military influence, pushing for true sovereignty. France's long history of military presence in Africa is being challenged, and leaders like Traore are making it clear they will not be pressured into foreign military agreements.
We cannot talk about integration in the theme and not talk about the African Union, because it is this organization that should unite us, create real integration. But we regret to see these wars that persist on the African continent, killing millions of young people, and that this organization, which has heads of state with armies, is unable to organize itself to support certain countries. The Union is not just a word. The Union is a symbol. And we, the youth, should learn a lesson from this situation to unite, to make integration a reality.
I now see why a lot of Africans are saying Ibrahim Traore is the president of Africa, even though Africa is a continent that has to do with a lot of countries and their presidents. A lot of people now call Ibrahim Traore their president, and some are saying they are praying for him, they believe in him, and they know that he's going to take them to the promised land. The reason they are saying that is because they have seen Ibrahim Traore as being a very vocal leader who is talking about bettering his people. All he needs to do is to talk about his people, how he wants his people to become better. I've never seen a president like this all my life, where he's just about his people, his people, his people. And you'll not hear that, oh, Ibrahim Traore traveled for medical attention in another country, Ibrahim Traore went to this place, another country. If you even want to, I'm not calling anybody's name, but if you want to really have recess, or you want to take some time out, there are other African countries you can go to as an African leader, instead of going to these other countries that already have seen us finish as Africans. Until we rise up to make Africa better, we are going to still be looked down on by the imperialists. We are going to be looked down on people who think that the moment you travel, you are going to beg for money. And the funny part in all of this is that what is really making Ibrahim Traore to speak up and go this length, the length is going, is because Ibrahim Traore has said that how come Africa has so much money, Africa has so much things to do, like they have a lot of things, human resources, the food we have, economic, everything that makes a country or a continent sweet and better, Africa owns it. But how come we are still living beggarly lives? Ibrahim Traore can never understand why Africa still lives backward, why Africa is still the way it is, why people will just wake up one morning and feel that, oh, they are too much, that they cannot listen to us. Ibrahim Traore had gone to dislodge all their military. He has said, no, they don't want any foreign military again in their place. That how come they are very good with other Western world, and they have not gone to put their military there? Why is it in Africa? So he has asked these questions and he wants answers to them. And I think he demands to get answers. Nobody should say, oh, Ibrahim Traore is doing too much. If he is doing too much, as far as it benefits the Burkina Faso people, it's good. But in Ibrahim Traore's case, he's not even talking about the Burkinabe people. He's not talking about, he is fighting for Africa. He wants Africa to unite and become one. Like, he's not even after, I'm the owner, I'm the president of Burkina Faso. No, he's not thinking about that. All Ibrahim Traore is looking out for is to ensure that Africa becomes that's the best continent in the world, because God has blessed Africa with so many resources. The only challenge is that we have always had very wrong leaders. Like in the 54 African countries, you can say, oh, Ibrahim Traore is doing well, and a few other ones, maybe like, let's say out of 54, 51 are not doing well, or let's say 50 countries are not doing well, like their leaders are not even doing the right thing. So when you look at this whole thing holistically, you will see that Ibrahim Traore's pain is not just to dislodge the imperialists, it's just to ensure that Africa stands in the Africa stands out. And there are some countries that when you say, oh, let Africa unite, say, no, go to your country and go and unite. You don't know what unity would do if, as we Africans, if you know what unity would do and you're watching this video, please drop it on the comment. Let us see those who really follow this story to see why Burkina Faso is going the way it's going. Burkina Faso will see, Burkina people will see Ibrahim Traore on the poster, they will go there and kiss him. How many African countries can say, oh, that they even saw their president and they are happy? There are some that are praying that their president should go and be with the Lord. There are some that are praying like that. So many African countries. But in all of this, we'll say, okay, look at Cameroon. How can somebody be a president for over 40 years? In fact, the man has been president before we here were born. A president that is over 40 years. Before we were born, 40 something, I think they say 42 or 43 years, before we were born, he has been president. So tell me how it's okay for a particular, like a country that they go through elections, and one person is president for all those years, and they are saying he wants to hand over to his children. Tell me how that kind of country will move forward when it means that the man wants to contest to be in power, even when right now he doesn't even know what he's doing because of age and all, which is, aging is a good thing, and then he wants to hand over to his son. For Christ's sake, Guys, thank you for watching this video. Please let me know your thoughts on the comment section. Is Ibrahim Traore doing